Hey, this is the Entertainment Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is a topic of, do we still need movie companies? So for this video, I'm going to discuss the topic of if we need movie companies in a simple and straightforward way so anyone can understand it. So if you're interested in knowing the topic of if we still need movie companies or not, then watch this video in order to find out, okay? So now I mentioned that, let's get started. So when it comes to the topic of do we still need movie companies, the simple answer to that question is absolutely yes. We still need movie companies. Now, even though I know people are going to say, when it comes to the topic of movie companies, which of course due to people like the Harvey Weinstein situation and numerous other situations that have happened, and just the fact that it's been turned out that a lot of movie companies haven't paid their actors very well and we're fucking a lot of people over, as well as overworking them, such as obviously the term like pixel fucking and all that type of stuff, which like the abuse of people who do CGI, yada yada yada, which pretty much, to sum up, they've been accused of doing things like overworking their clients, not paying them very well, and just straight up shouting, so straight up abusing them for that matter. The truth of the matter is, despite those things that obviously come up every single time you bring up the topic of the problem with major movie companies, the thing that people need to realize is that there's a difference between those movie companies that do that versus the overall idea of a movie company. And to simply put it, when it comes to the topic of movie companies, do we still need movie companies? I definitely think we do, especially when it comes to the topic of quality. I definitely believe we need movie companies, okay? Because they offer the ability for people to have a degree of quality to people, to be quite blunt and honest with you, instead of not having them, okay? Because the truth of the matter is, this particular very controversial topic, the truth of the matter is that, to sum up what I want to communicate, when it comes to this particular topic, what we need to do is we need to focus on creating new companies, okay? New movie companies, okay? So instead of having the same old people who are making movies for generations, which now a lot of things are coming out about them that shows that they were fucking creepy. Everything from sexually abusing people, like women and even men by these powerful male executives, but also of course the racial discrimination element and yada yada yada, just way to straight up abusing their staff, all the stuff you can imagine. The truth of the matter is that is dumb. That is not necessarily a reflection of if people make a movie company, to be quite blunt honest with you, a new person, specifically someone from a newer generation making a movie company, a reflection of how they're gonna fucking act, okay? So the truth of the matter is, to put it bluntly, to be quite blunt honest with you, simply put it, the idea that movie companies are a reflection of, of simply all of humanity when it comes to how badly they've been done so far for the major ones, I simply do not believe it, because simply all we need to do is we need to have new people make new companies, specifically people from newer generations, so companies can be more fair and so on and so forth, okay? So that is honest truth here, okay? Because the truth of the matter is, even aside from the fact that obviously we can create companies that are obviously more fair because they're run by people that are not baby boomers, thank God, because baby boomers, I'm not gonna lie though, when they're in positions of power though, I'm not gonna hide my words, they actually really do ruin shit, and they have bad fucking tempers, they flip the fuck out over everything, they like to single people out and bully them like this is some 1980s, sorority frat type school bullshit. They're a lot of them are really silly, in honesty. Maybe not your mom and pop who's a baby boomer, of course I'm certain they're good people, but when they're in positions of power, I just notice literally every single time, everything you can imagine, always that is abusive, everything from not paying your staff, overworking people, shouting and abusing people, not trying to get on topics of misogyny, like forcing themselves on women, which even though I'm not really the biggest fan of women rights, because I realize a lot of women kind of do stupid shit that puts themselves in a situation. The truth of the matter is, a lot of these people have been caught doing this stuff with women, let alone, of course, the racial abuse. Now, that one's not a joke. Like, all that stuff. Baby boomers ruin everything, okay? To be honest with you, I think everyone's kind of realized at this point, especially with the way the world is going, they actually really do ruin shit, okay? Specifically in a position of power, okay? But aside from that, aside from that, those people, okay? The truth of the matter is, okay, when it comes to making a good quality movie, you have to make sure, for the quality of something, that you have some form of uniformity, okay? You have someone who tells people, okay, I want you to do this specific thing, okay, in this specific period of time, okay? I want you not only to do this thing in a specific period of time, I want you to, of course, know shit. I want you to make movies that kind of, not only represent what our company's about, but you have a specific criteria of movies you want to make, okay? Like, for example, you might say, okay, I want you to make a specific type of movie, but at the same time, I want you to have, like, if anything, to be quite blunt and honest with you, a specific criteria of, like, topics that people are going to be interested in. Because, like, everything, if everyone just doesn't have any freedom, and this is the reason why whenever I hear people say, oh, just go independent, whether it could be movies or music or something, all the stuff you listen to made by independent people, they all fucking suck. They're all shit. And I have listened to some independent music artists, and I know people say, oh, he's such a nice guy and this and that. Yes, he's a nice guy, and I'm certain he's a pretty cool person to get to know, like really enjoyable to be around. But when I'm watching something that's meant to be enjoyable, I want something that has substance, soul. And to be more specific, I want something that's actually something I'm going to enjoy, not just say, oh, I'm just going to support it just because he's a nice guy. That's just like when you watch your friend when he's trying to make a movie, let alone entertainment, you watch the movie and you're like, oh my god, this thing he's trying to make, whether it could be movies, music, or even videos, this thing fucking sucks. You're thinking in your head, but of course you wouldn't say that because you love your friend, you really care about it, but you're thinking in your head, this shit sucks dick, okay? And that's what I'm trying to say here. It's like that, okay? And every time you have independent people who make things, it's the same thing. It's not even about, like, okay, is this actually good, or is it more just I just like the person, which is so dumb, because the truth of the matter is, to be 100% real with you, human beings, the vast majority of human beings, if for that matter, need leadership, okay? When people do not have leadership, everybody just does whatever the fuck they want to do, okay? And this is what people throughout the very dawn of time, or beginning, whatever you like to say, have realized, and even now we still realize, okay? Humanity needs somebody to give leadership, okay? You need to have a set criteria of rules, because then everyone's going to do what everybody else is going to do, okay? And if you obviously have a company which encourages competition, for that matter, let alone, organization, the quality is going to be good, because it's going to not only drive people, it's going to have a structure so it comes out at least a certain fundamental way, instead of everybody just doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Just like, why are YouTube videos, made by YouTubers nowadays so shit? Because everyone just uploads videos whatever the fuck they want to upload them. They don't have any schedule, no one telling them do it at this particular time. Everyone just does whatever the fuck they want to do. That's why the videos are so damn fucking whack, and not to mention, that's why I'm getting a topic of the constant plagiarization of other YouTubers and stuff, because there's obviously, since there's no company over them, there's no one to kind of tell them, okay, we don't want our company to receive too much heat, so please, for the sake of humanity, can you not borrow ideas from that person? And that is honest truth here. This is why the world is falling apart when it comes to entertainment. But the things people make is so fucking whack, because there's no basic structure, there's no basic rules, everyone just does whatever the fuck they want to do, and as a result, everything fucking falls apart, okay? Let alone, that's not even getting a topic that, to be fair, this one, I don't think really matters as much anymore. I won't get into that topic, because it doesn't matter anymore. The topic of, do we, you need funding and money. Nowadays, people can literally animate a movie on there for crying out loud. So I'm not gonna get into that one about needing money and stuff. But the truth of the matter is, back to the main point, we need to have a degree of structure. Okay, if we want the quality movies to be decent. If we don't, then everyone's just gonna do whatever the hell they want to do. And like everything, just like you have a classroom when the teacher's not there, everyone does whatever the fuck they want to do. It's cool in the beginning, but then there's always that one person that takes things too fucking far, and now it's just straight up utter freaking chaos. And that is the honest truth here. And this is the honest reason why I believe we still need movie companies. The question is that what we need to do is how can we create new companies as well as have a basic degree of methods to encourage people to produce things faster, because there are techniques that can be used to help people make things faster instead of at a slower rate. Okay, so obviously you don't have to be as stressed and say you're not doing as much work, and that's the honest truth. So anyway, in short of some of my video, yes, we do still need movie companies, okay, to guarantee the quality movie. So anyway, this is my video. This is all to say, and simply put, I'm out. So bye.